Alright, third time trying to record it. Here we go. Next map in Spectrum Descent, I would call this an uptick in difficulty because of the first fight and the last fight, which in such a short level, well, only tells us so much. I guess I should turn the little health bars off. Like, we know what the classic monster health is, so let's not worry about it. I really like how the cacos look in this map set. They're just a little brighter. I think cacos look good being a little more muted and also a little brighter. Both work, depends on the map. So anyway, this is map 8. I think this is one of the ones that really makes me think about what does it mean to be a slaughter map? And I would consider this a slaughter map. Meanwhile, I just played map 29 of Judgment Retrial, which had like 1,000 monsters, and I do not consider it a slaughter map. I was counting there, counting my hits. I like doing that, you know, 2 rockets, take cover, SSG shot. So, alright. We were able to escape that beginning, which is actually quite difficult. And now, simplify as much as we can, get one of those vials, and then deal with the cacos and Pain Elemental. Something I've only picked up fairly recently is realizing, hey, take cover against a wall, so the Pain Elemental throws those Lost Souls into a wall, and sometimes they end up not existing, which is cool. Yeah, so when you hit that switch upstairs that spawned the Pains and the cacos, those 2 vials show up, which of course, you know, we want to deal with. Isn't it crazy? You got 1 Hell Knight, still an interesting fight. And what's crazy is that it would play out so differently if it was a Revenant. Because if it was a Hell Knight, which it was, then it's all about keeping him far away. It's all about timing the attack so you can dodge if you have to. Whereas for a Revenant, you do the little back and forthies maneuver to make him punch. Wait, is that sound new for this VOD? Alright, we got... I only see 2 cybers, but I remember there being 3. Maybe it is just 2. I like doing this little strategy. Ah, there's the 3rd. What a well-designed area, you know. You gotta deal with 2 roamers and 1 who's not moving, so you can't group them all up. I did that pistol shot so I could sort of move them in a good direction. Try to get them grouped up. So I have to deal with basically 2 different positions rather than 3. And then I get immediately zapped. So it's like, how are we getting out of this one? Ammo is quite tight here. I don't know why, I just wasn't feeling good about my 2 taps when I was playing this. Usually I'm quite confident I'm going to hit them in 2 shots if it's a 1v1 like this. Obviously if there are a million other demons, it complicates things, but in this sort of scenario, usually I feel quite confident. But I just wasn't feeling it that day, you know? So alright. We deal with these guys, and now it's time for the final fight. We've got every Caco demon that's ever... Actually, it's not that many, right? It's only, what, 200-ish? And all of those energy cells are, as far as we're concerned, basically infinite, okay? So the way I did this fight was get as many kills as I can forwards where I just was until I have to fall back. Because I want to get as many of those quote-unquote infinite energy cells, because it's like several dozen per stack, before I have to be pushed back. Because eventually, obviously, you have to fall back, right? There are too many cacos. You gotta move back. And when I do fall back, I also almost died when I did. I was super low health, but I pushed through to that mega. I knew it was there. I can't see it because caco corpses are too big. So I fall back. And the idea is I've gotten as many kills as I can without burning into my cell ammo. I would argue I actually made a mistake by picking up the extra cells sort of in the back here with the cybers, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. Yeah, I can't go out there anyway. So yeah, we want to get as many kills forwards as we can, and then we use our finite cells over here to the best of our ability. Like, it's a very limited number, right? I only have, what, six more BFG shots? Which might seem like a lot, but it's not. I want to make sure I have enough BFG for the main element, so I don't want to be rocketing. I tried leaving some rockets behind in that big clump over there so that the lost souls would get caught on it, and you're seeing a lot of them are. Not all of them do, though. I'm putting a huge priority on lost souls, and what it really comes down to is it's worth BFGing a lost soul rather than like 2 Cacos, because lost souls are going to charge at me. They're too close. They make rockets unusable, and I need the rockets for the damage. Now at this point, even though it looks like we're pretty much good, we're still backed into a corner, right? If too many lost souls are over here, we're done, right? And one self-rocket or an Archvile zap, which is going to do 42 or 43 or so damage to my health. More so, because I'm actually low on armor, would be bad. I could have BFG'd those lost souls instead of using pistol for sure. Wouldn't have made that much of an ammo difference. Yeah, this is a map you really want to do some practice saves, if only to learn the location of the items. You know how difficult it is to see through the Caco corpses. You could make it a good argument that, you know, I should have just run in with the BFG. It's only 4 vials, and that's like 2 to 3 shots. But you know, why risk it, right? Yeah, cool map. I don't know what the title is supposed to mean, but I don't know what any of the titles are supposed to mean. So whatever. Oh, by the way, I have done a lot of the other Judgment maps on DSDA Doom 28. And look what happens when I try loading DSDA 28. You just get a black screen. I don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a skill issue, but that's what's happening. So I'm gonna keep using 27. All right.